let's call it order. It is 11:02. This is a special meeting for a budget workshop, City of Maxwell. And let's have a roll call. Perry?
Jim?
Deb?
Yep.
Joel?
Yes.
Sue? Okay. Fortunately, we do have enough for a quorum, so we can continue working. All right, so, Doug, as you mentioned, we started working on the expenses, since we don't have all of our revenues. Wendy was working on pulling some revenue information, so we'll enter that as time comes. And fire and EMS are done for right now. And so we were just discussing the Story County Sheriff. We have a 2.5% increase coming on the next agreement. So with that, brings our new budget to 61.8 for line item number 4. Anybody have any concerns or issues with that?
I'm sorry, somebody want to double check my math?
I just did, we're good.
Okay.
All right.
That's just a dictated amount. And then they just say,
Right.
here's what it's gonna be.
Yeah, and we can either sign the agreement or not sign the agreement, but if we
Yeah.
don't sign the agreement,
Yeah, I mean, we talked about that the last
Yeah.
meeting. but, yeah.
All right.
Did you want to approve the agenda?
I asked earlier and I didn't have an agenda.
Oh, okay.
Do I have an agenda? Okay, let's go to our agenda. Do you want to approve the?
I know we approved the agenda that we don't know what it looks like, but that's okay.
I'll second. The,
Further discussion on whatever's on the agenda?
All it is budget planning.
Budget.
Okay,
All right.
save it free.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. All right. Now we can continue on. Salary for fire. Not sure why this one's in here. I think can you help me with that?
well, what do we have for the stuff that we just did?
Yeah, we just already did all that. There's
I know, it
150 and.
Do I have to transfer it? Or is this supposed to, am I supposed to do it in this worksheet, then it would transfer to the other one?
No, I think the other one starts it.
And just get it moved in. I think we could skip the 001,
Skip
150,
the
and
60
160 and bring
tens.
those numbers forward.
I'll go back to that. We'll go back and move all of the 150, the fire department, EMS,
Yeah,
as
yeah.
to save the time today.
Yeah.
That's 150 and 160 we're skipping over. 170, building inspections. Fiscal 26, we budgeted 3,800. Fiscal 25 expense was $8,988.88. Fiscal 24 expense was $3,600. So far, 26, we've $1,486.
This is just the safe building stuff, right? This is not including Adam Coyle or anything?
Correct.
And this is what we're getting charged. They go out and inspect the property and then that's what they're charging us.
Yes, and then we just turn around and receive the money right back. So
It's passed.
it's
Yeah,
passed.
okay.
So it doesn't really make any difference. Other than we should probably be close to what we were for 25, with the expected new housing coming in.
We should have 10, we hope.
So any concerns with putting $9,000 there?
So just so I understand, we pay it out, but it comes back through passing it on to that person that paid it,
Correct.
the actual amount.
Yep.
So as long as I
It's
assume there's a
Yeah.
revenue on the other side, the exact offset.
Yeah.
So you go with those
Same
numbers
dollar
at the same
amount, so,
time.
yeah,
I like it.
but 9,000 sounds.
I don't understand why nothing's transferring. Okay, well, I guess I'll keep typing. Animal control, 328 was our expense for 25. We budgeted 400 for 26. Fiscal 26 expense of 635.
So we're already over the 400 we allotted. And we're not even done with the year, so.
No, it could be 800 or 900 before we're done.
Q3 was 240 and Q4 was. What are we paying for? What are they doing? Are they rounding up or something?
So we have to pay for any animal that's caught here and held there. And we have to pay for that animal until that animal is adopted. And I believe there's some billing for transfers where they come down and take reports of animal concerns here.
After hours calls are $50.
Yep. Seven
700.
for next year. Or 27. I mean, we're at 635, we're halfway through 26, so
Right.
maybe 12, I don't know.
Put 1,000.
That's, I was thinking 1,000.
1,000 it is.
Do we know how, are any of those passed it on to the person that owns it?
We don't have
Or
a
is
policy,
it
do
all-
we? Do that? We probably should look at one.
There's
If we
nothing-
spend $300 on somebody's dog and don't get any revenue back from it, it's not passed through me.
All right. Wendy, can you tell me what Q10 is?
For the insurance?
Oh, is it roads, bridges, sidewalks, insurance? Okay. How come we don't have any insurance on any of those items, I guess?
There hasn't been anything since 2015.
Street lighting.
They're gonna be 29 anyway, probably.
So half of
8%.
a year at 14.6.
Yep.
Times 2,
Might as well keep it in that 29 too.
14,600 times 2 is 29.2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're right on.
Yeah.
And if rates go up, we'll be,
We'll be behind.
Yeah.
So take
30.
what, 8%, 5%, 3%? I think there's a Alliant Energy 3% increase coming.
yes, I saw that.
So 29.2 times 0.03 is $876.
So 30,100.
You guys okay with that?
We've not made any improvements to reduce that cost. I mean, we've already made the improvements to LED where we can and all that jazz, so.
Garbage contract, skip it.
Skip it for now,
Yep.
please. We're running about 6,000 a month. For direct to Pratt, that's what it's kind of been. So that's 72, and then the other things on top of it, so yeah, I won't go down much. But
Yeah, we're
Again, that-
changing the,
That one's a pass through.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's, I mean, we can type in 95,000 for now,
sounds good.
temporarily in. If you notice, there's no expenses in the capital outlay for public works vehicles. I think at some point, we're gonna have to consider a replacement for one of the vehicles. We probably should start setting some money aside for that vehicle. If you consider that we can buy a new truck on the state contract for a rate of about 55,000, four-wheel drive, 3/4 ton or heavier.
But 10,000 a year away at least.
I think those numbers are going up.
They are.
Cause I think the Tahoes were around 54,000, and I think they're jumping up like 65 now.
Yeah, I've seen that, but I've also seen the state contractors employing Z71s and top-end vehicles. So there's still room to take a work truck, which is substantially less on the state rate than, the fully loaded versions.
I mean, it's been a while, I mean, DOTs are selling their trucks. And we're just throwing salt out there and it's gonna look like that in a year anyway, so. I guess I'm not in favor of buying a new one for what it's doing, so. It's been a nice used one and, yeah. I don't know if that's what we're looking to do here.
Just know that when you are buying a used one, you need to up your maintenance.
It's a far cry from a new car.
Yeah. Let somebody else eat that first 3 years depreciation.
I know I just got a used squad car and we've already put $3,000 worth of work into it just in the last 6 months, so.
It's still a far cry from new. I guess it's fine now,
I think my point here, my perspective is regardless what the council decides to purchase, it's not my decision right now. My decision is to set aside.
We still need to put some money aside for
And
whatever.
to be able to manage and maintain said vehicles.
Yep.
So, I mean, granted, that truck just got a new transmission last year, so it still has service life left, but it's also, that also gives us trade-in value as well, so depending on what we decide to do with it.
10 or 12,000, just nest egg,
I was thinking 15.
15, okay. Well, we may have to come back, but yeah, it's the number for now.
Whitney?
You know, to your point about a new vehicle, Joel, it's like if this thing was going on the road county to county, that's a whole nother ball of wax.
My question, Lindy, would be, if we put 15,000 into 299, should we put that into a sinking fund?
I'll find out.
Thank you. Because it doesn't do us any good to budget $15,000 if we don't spend it, lose it, then we've done ourselves a disservice anyway.
Right.
Which is where we are at with the Tiger Wise and sidewalks, so.
I was asking Wendy earlier, like, we don't have a fixed asset listing to depreciate it and then fund that depreciation, so we're ready. So is that not obviously it's not a practice here, but I don't know what cities do or.
So,
Like, could we fund that depreciation and then it's not lost into the building until you need to drop that dime?
here in government work, it's considered a sinking fund or a reserve account, and it's not paying a depreciation because we don't have tax liability. So instead, we are paying ourselves, in essence, to build a capital fund that we can use to purchase equipment.
Yeah.
Mosquito spraying. 25 was $260, 24 was $175, we budgeted 226. We spent $786 in fiscal 26. So about $500 over, and I think we all know why. So,
Every year.
this is one of those, you can't decide what the weather's gonna do. So, I mean, we could put $800 down there and not use a penny of it next year. Or we could put $200 down here and be under by $500 again.
Split the difference.
That's what I was thinking, split the difference.
So 5?
Yeah.
Okay. Library, they want to meet February.
Yes, please,
So we
February
will
25th.
Give the library for now. And we're gonna skip salary wages, unless we want to go into those. We usually don't do those yet, though, do we?
I don't remember how we've done it.
I think.
Seems like a bigger discussion, just do it all together.
We go into training under parks.
Do we want to look at these numbers as we go by, like library total 15.5, you double that, you get 31, so they're under budget. Is there anything that's blatantly
Yeah, I was just gonna say, there's something in that.
Over 20,000,
Wait, is there something that was happening capital equipment wise that's not gonna happen? And, I mean, that's what the
are you
big
at the
item.
library, which one are you looking at?
Yeah, line 66. Yeah, 11,000 in capital equipment, 5,000, so.
Hey Wendy,
Yes,
how come I don't have any FICA or Medicare for the library? For 26 spent.
there is, oh, let me look. I thought you meant a line.
Well, on my budget line, 6110, I don't have anything.
Because I think they're coming out of the 112s. That was new for fiscal year 26.
So do I need to change my budget line?
So let's see.
Yeah, Same way on the,
This is because it's
Part-time,
passed
too.
through for taxes
Yes.
now, so we don't have to budget for it.
Correct, yeah, we'll levy for it.
I'm sorry. we'll
Yeah,
levy
with the
for it,
levy, yep.
So that we don't have to consider it in the budget.
And that was a change for fiscal year
26.
20, yes.
Okay. So we can skip over any FICA or hypers. Those are considered employee benefits. And then go into actual expenses, so. Grounds maintenance repair for the library, usually they're gonna tell us the rest of that. I mean, we can put it in the telephone, because we know those costs. Telephone was $1,400 this year, $2,500 last year, $3,370 is what we budgeted. Wendy, speaking of telephones, we need to get a hold of Huxcom, because we have our service installed. They were going to provide us free internet for City Hall and for the library. It is now active.
Is it?
Yep, I got an email yesterday from them asking to hook up my home. So they should be ready to go.
And I know Tony met with them Friday and did some site visits to put the boxes on the other city building.
Okay.
Okay, yep, I sure will.
So if we could get City Hall and library done, that'd save us a small bit.
Yeah.
I would like to share those two accounts, so.
What day were we down here, Perry? This week, Sunday, what day was it?
Oh, for the SB, economic development group one.
Yeah. Thursday, we were down here Thursday and had trouble with signal.
No, I'm certain of it. So that could technically take this telephone down to nearly nothing in fiscal 27. $500.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just a phone line now. We'll let them talk about their supplies in the office capital. Their fiscal 25 expenses were 39. They budgeted 38, so they overspent. Nope, they haven't overspent.
No, or 15, so they're right on target.
We had a reduction in budget from 25 to 26 for the library. There is something about, there's some state numbers that have to come out from the library so we can identify their budget.
From the state and county, I know they get funding. Okay.
Are we in trouble on park salary? Because we'll have mowing for May and June.
Could be. Well, that's a different discussion than this one.
Yeah, yeah. We're at 32, 26.
Might be in bigger trouble for building maintenance or repair.
Because of
That was the derelict shed,
Which was a pass.
the county shed, yeah.
which we got half of it back.
Yep. Training, I have no idea. We're 80 in 2026, we've spent 50, we spent 250 in 25.
I think that was 250 was getting Scott his certifications for water.
Right down to 80.
So yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
what training they're required to get yet, so.
The $50 so far was all new board members have to take open meetings, open records
Oh.
training now. Since
Uh,
within 90 days, that passed in July. So that's all I have for
Okay.
this year,
So
hopefully.
you split it up between,
Was it 50 for all of them, or?
Yeah, so for the Parks Board, I put it under this line.
oh, for the Parks Board?
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah, there's really no recurring things in that. Maintenance repair, it's just kind of one-off.
Yeah. Couple
The
thousand.
shed and the concession door and the boiler.
2 worked for me. Grounds maintenance and repair. So 26, we budgeted 10. We spent 85 and 25. Spent 10 and 24. I don't remember, what did we spend in 25 for 85,000 in ground maintenance?
Is that paving the switchback in there or not?
Probably.
Says Legion Park Walkway.
Yep.
That was what,
45,000.
40,000 there, I think, 45.
1900 was just the trees.
1900 is one tree. Yeah,
Well, I found.
yeah, it could be.
That's what's spent on
The
there?
trees.
Oh, yeah, probably. That's not the right place. That
Which
was
one?
The 1900, if that was the tree removal from the
Okay.
park.
Tree City Park.
That should have came out of our trees total.
Oh.
Or capital equipment trees. Another place for it somewhere.
Yeah.
I know that we have some packets that with some information in regards to things that we were looking to do in this parks. One of them being parking areas, both ends of the trailhead, signage, things like along those lines. I don't know, that's capital improvement or maintenance or repair.
Do we have to blade snow off of the trail?
Now,
No.
because the county doesn't even do it.
Okay, I didn't know.
They use it for snowmobiles, so.
Posts and signs is further down on line 85 there, so that wouldn't even be there.
We just painted the shed. Oh, we need to replace the wood on the cross bridge down at the park. So if we could save throw a little money in here for that, grounds maintenance repair. I've had patchwork pieces after pieces, and basically the entire walk path needs to be replaced.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's
You tracking that?
Yeah.
Okay.
so 10,000.
Is the infrastructure good on it, or is it just?
I think the infrastructure is good. It's just the flat boards facing up to the sun and the weather.
yeah, 5 or 6 or 7 someplace in there. And then maybe put a little memo on the right so we remember.
Yep.
Please. Bridge in the park.
Wow. Can't smell either.
What number did you type? I can't tell from here.
6,000.
Okay.
Vehicle maintenance repair. What do we spend $2,700 on vehicle maintenance repair out of the parks for?
That is fuel.
Wrong place.
New Century,
That's how it's been since
and some
24.
Central Shoreline.
Well, then we should have budgeted something then,
Okay,
because we haven't had anything in the budget for 5 years or spent any money out of that account. So something's wrong with that. That's the wrong place.
okay.
Let's see, what else is there?
And we've got a fuel shut-off valve and spindle.
So
which I'm
430
assuming-
capital equipment, vehicle purchase, both sides. Would that be operating supplies? Is that fuel?
That makes sense to me.
Yeah, that would fit the best of anything there, I think.
Looks like some John Deere parts.
So
Parts.
that's different. Like parts and supplies, those can go into vehicle maintenance, which we had some lawnmower repairs this year and some tractor equipment, that type of stuff should go in here. I know the John Deere had some work done. That should definitely be in this category, but we need to start budgeting for some of those repairs in this area. This would also be for routine maintenance of lawnmowers and oil changes and things like
Blades
that.
and things, yeah.
So I'm gonna recommend 3,000 in vehicle maintenance and repair. Other thoughts?
Nope, that makes
That's
sense.
Operational equipment repair. What is the difference in that?
Is that for repair on like swing sets and playground equipment?
For the, let's see. No, it's John Deere.
Wendy, can you tell me what we spent
It looks like, tire and tire parts for the mower and a seat for the mower.
So one's a vehicle, one's equipment. So we need to separate those two. So the vehicle repair and maintenance is when one of the guys' trucks that we use for snow plowing or something along those lines needs maintenance and repair. The operational equipment is when the lawnmower or the tractor needs repair. So we need to define that a little better when we're separating those bills. Whether it's a truck or whether it's a piece of equipment.
Chainsaws, weed eaters.
And if that's the case, I don't think we're gonna need 3,000 in vehicle maintenance. I think we just need to readjust where that funding came from, because most of that should have been tractor and lawnmower. Am I right, Whitney? She's gonna kill.
Yeah, tractor.
She's gonna kill me after this meeting.
It's tractor. John Deere.
So that shouldn't have had any vehicle maintenance repair for parks this year, right?
Correct.
So let's say that.
Okay.
And this should be
Because Tony does all the maintenance on it.
some of it, unless it's outside of this scope. You guys okay with that?
You wanna put a little note there on the right though?
Yep.
Please? Cause I'll forget tomorrow.
I think we could just ask Tony, it's like, what do you think of these machines?
Yeah.
They do get used. I don't know what he's putting on for hours, but if he's over 1,500, then there's something.
All right.
Well, we always calculate every year too. Is it still cheaper for us to do it than to hire
Oh, yeah.
the mowing done? So when you get those numbers a little more realistic.
Wendy, what are the parks utilities? Can you tell me where those come from? Like which meter? Just wanna make sure I'm not using the fire departments.
It said siren, okay?
Oh, the siren.
Um,
You're totally okay with that. I would have done the same thing. Siren makes sense to me.
Okay, it looks like I split the guys' cell phones and do their utility, so let me see.
Okay. Because Parks has a responsibility to pay for part of the cell phone. Because it's part of they're broken out and we're gonna have to go through that. This thing, because this is where a lot of that information comes from. when we define work distribution. So their cell phone for Scott, Scott's cell phone should not come out of, well, 50% should come out of parks, right? Or the general, where Tony's would only be 10 because he has sewer and water covering 40% of his cell phone. Did you catch that, Wendy?
Yes.
So that's how we would define and decide how the percentage is broken up out of those accounts.
Has Scott always had a cell phone?
I believe so.
I thought we just had the two.
Since I've been here, he's had one.
Has it? Okay, I didn't realize that. For a part-time position.
You can have mine.
Now, I've got your number.
We'll come back to that after we figure.
Yeah.
I probably have to reclass some stuff.
We can do that. Okay. Professional services for parks. Any idea what we spent $900 on that for?
Tree.
Jake removed that tree at Broad, and I think it was Maxwell. In the
Okay.
right away. Can we move it to trees?
Yeah. Professional services would be like attorneys or
Okay.
engineering. So, for some reason we budgeted $410. Anybody have any idea why? I'm assuming there was some engineering costs with something. And we only spent $300.
Maybe the nature trail? Is what you were
That's
thinking?
probably exactly what it was.
Oh,
You guys okay with that, just in case?
yeah.
Help define what we're supposed to be spending out of these as well, so it makes it clearer for Wendy as well, so she can go back and find it.
Right.
Park chemicals, this would be spraying for weeds, not for bugs. Right?
Yep.
And we budgeted $1,460 last year, we spent $1,100 in 2025, we haven't spent any of that this year. Which means we're gonna have lots of spraying to do this spring. Or we had carryover. You guys okay with that?
Yeah.
Parks equipment.
Yeah, I just wanted to go back to that. I know when I was part of the rec league, we covered for the ballparks, we covered that. I don't know if they're still doing that or if we just took it on now.
They're doing some. What they don't do, what they get the most upset about is underneath the bleachers.
And the batting
In
cage.
the batting cage. So I saw Tony spray this year a couple of times. I know that it's happened, so I'm guessing we had some carryover from last year. So, what was spent out of parks equipment?
Our part of those dog signs
Okay,
and the fire ring for Scout Park.
okay.
And it looks like a breaker replacement when they blew a fuse down at the, one of the,
Can you tell me what we spent it on in 2025? The idea?
Playground, spin me.
The merry-go-round?
oh yeah, they got a Prairie Meadows grant, that $10,000 playground.
So that in that case, we spent $1,200, $1,900 out of our money for something else. How about 24?
I think there was a slide that we
Barricades.
placed.
SD camera down at the dump site. rent for our storage unit, garden hose, blade sharpener, GIS mapping.
That makes sense. What was our annual cost of the GIS? 7, 6, 5, 4? I don't remember.
In 24, it was 1,601.
So that should be the same. So 1,600. As long as we take it out of the same place, because I don't think it came out of this year's. So if that bill comes in, that's where it should come out of. GIS. What else? Playground equipment. So 2,000,
Couple thousand, yeah.
unless we get a grant for some more equipment, then we can modify it.
Right.
All right, operating supplies, fuel included. How much is spent on fuel so far?
Still on the prior thing, 1 second. Okay. Fuel.
I don't think there's any fuel in it. There wasn't in 25.
Well, there wasn't anything budgeted, but there should be, because anytime we fill a tractor
Yep.
or a lawnmower,
It is in 6331.
just,
That's where it was.
that's the wrong place for it.
I think that's
Was
where
was that everything that was in 6331?
No, there was some other stuff, door handles, but a lot of gas and diesel, LP gas.
Can you give me a rough estimate of gas, diesel, and LP? My thoughts are we take the 1420 plus whatever the fuel expense from 25 was. That wasn't in that same category. I guess we'll take our 26 fuel expense, take it times 2, and add 1420 to it, and add that for our budget.
2,500.
Boy, 7 months of retirement, I can't run an Excel spreadsheet to save my life. This is crazy. What am I doing?
Yeah.
$2,200.
2,200, so 4,400 plus 1420. So make that line item 5820. And now it would actually have fuel included in it instead of having a line item where we don't have anything in the budget. Good with that? At least then we can identify where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Okay. Wendy, that one says the fuel included on there, so you'll know
Okay, great.
that's where your fuel will go. Post signs parks. So we still have some signage that we could finish up. There's nothing in here right now, but we did spend some money last year, a couple times on some different signage, temporary signage. Probably need to chase some more grants for it. Save it money for now. So 24, we bought the mowers for 17,500. I'm not sure what the vehicle purchase was. 24. I want to say there's probably a 5-year depreciation on lawnmower equipment, so we'll have to start setting money aside for lawnmowers.
4,000, 5,000.
We would need to determine whether or not we could make that a sinking fund as well. Make it 4. 4 times 5 is 20. Well, we're 2 years behind.
5.
We could take some park money and apply towards that vehicle purchase as well, because we had, that we talked about up here where we took 15,000.
Yeah.
Take some of that out of the parks budget, because vehicles are used for the parks department as well, instead of just public works.
Right.
So could really speed that process. Wanted to add 3,000 to 5,000 out of the park.
In between 4.
The bonus is we get the opportunity to change this when we find out that we don't have any money available for any of this. This is our wish list.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just, yeah.
Rose-colored glasses.
Yep. All right. Why is it that one calculating? There's no function in it.
You know, put on the side the 5,000 like mower and then
Yep.
truck on the other one.
Sinking fund, yeah.
Should probably come back up to 15,000, explain what that is too. What is it? Where are we at?
Up there underneath the tent.
Dead center. $15, 2 is 35. Oop. $25, 50, 20.
Why didn't that work?
You put the price in.
It's supposed to do that when I hit enter. It still didn't work. Why aren't my functions working?
I know the pain. I felt the pain, just been a big one.
17,320 is what I got. For total.
Yeah. We'll just leave it blank for now. Because it's not gonna be accurate, because we're
Right,
also
right,
missing
right.
the rest of the information for the budget. Alright, keep on going. Grounds maintenance and repair, Wendy, can you tell me what 435 is? Why is there a different number there?
35. Trees. It's general trees, grounds repair maintenance.
Okay. Oh, there it is, sorry. There's the trees. We're gonna bold this so I can see what's going on here.
Control D.
That's right, thank you.
Hey Wendy,
Mm-hmm.
that 435, 6320 ground repair, but I look at 25, I'm showing 13.8 for 2 light pole replacements.
Yeah, that would be
Did
the
they-
wrong place.
Huh? That's in the wrong place, so it got moved.
Yeah.
Yeah, move that in June to the right place.
All right, so we budgeted 5,000 for 26. We need to add the 1,900 in here plus 900. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're at 2,800. This could go up to grounds maintenance or repair or other professional services. I don't think it matters. It's still the same budget category. So we budgeted 5,000 to continue maintenance on trees. Any concerned with keeping that same amount? We're halfway through the year and spent 3,200. No, 2,800.
Where do you see, oh, you mean, are you talking, where do you get 2,800?
We spent 1,900 to have one removed from down in the
Oh,
park just last week.
Yeah.
And then we had 900 removed from a vacant lot, which belongs to the parks.
Gotcha.
So 2,800 is what we've spent so
Gotcha.
far.
Okay.
We just have to remove that. That's this fund right here.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's 1,900 needs to come down there. Wendy, can I change that? Can I just move it?
Sure.
Zero. As long as you change it on your end, because that's where it really matters.
As long as you send me it.
I want to tell you, so don't forget it. 6320, the 1,900 for the tree removal
Mm-hmm.
needs to go to 6320, but 435.
435, okay.
And that'll clean us up. So, another 5. Keep up on our trees. We saw some mature trees around. One big one to wipe out that $5,000.
Especially if it's near a house. Yeah, it wouldn't take much.
All right. Skipping over wages. Oh yeah, cemetery.
That's at the cemetery.
Must have been 24. Did we pay for did we do the mowing now? At the
We do.
cemetery? You have to be paid for.
I think they split that money. I think Parks paid for half and the other half.
Yeah, it was
paid by the
16
cemetery.
or 17,000.
The 17,000 was a total.
When we paid for it to be done. Or,
We're saving about
Oh, yeah.
3,000 last time I figured.
We were paying for all of the cemeteries to be done in 24, so that's what that would have been.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're doing it in-house.
Yep.
Got it.
Yep.
So, yeah, nothing but wages. Budgeted 7,800.
I know there's been talk from Park Board about removing some of the planters out at the cemetery and doing all that. Would that go under grounds maintenance and repair?
Sure could. That work?
I mean, I don't know how much they want to do or what all we're talking about, but
That's a good start.
And maybe just put that note next to what you're thinking for using for.
Maybe that'd be better. Actually, probably 96 would probably be better. Because we had pay raise in there. Those guys are 17,
Let me
15.
look what Austin, I think.
yeah, they're at 15 right now.
They were at 11. So big change from,
Yeah, that was huge.
Yeah, 15.
so, say probably pretty close right there.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yes, maybe put on the 1,000, clean up the,
Thank you.
would you call them planters and
Planters.
stuff?
Decorations.
They were talking about adding, what was it?
Bushes.
Arborvitae.
There's an E on the end.
I would just put bushes.
Yeah. Shrubs.
Thank
There we
you.
go.
Planters and plants. All right. Anything else? Grave openings? I'd like to know what's the grave openings? In case one opens up.
I think,
Zombie
Did-
apocalypse?
did like Tony used to dig the graves and now
Yeah, he still does.
he does?
Okay.
Oh,
Must be just captured in other salaries then in another area then.
Yeah, okay.
So must have been moved to something else.
Well, the capital equipment in the cemetery should be paying for a portion of the backhoe then. And the bonus isn't paid for. Donations,
But it's not gonna live forever.
well, it's not, well, we're not quite there yet. Community beautification, other contractual services, economic development. Excuse me. We've spent $808, we budgeted $1,500. Spent $808 in '25. We probably need to add $50,808 to this category.
For what?
For our rehabilitation grant.
Oh, that, we just got it, yeah, that letter
Oh.
just came through.
Because that'll be spent in '27.
They haven't sent the contract and the rules yet. But yeah, I think so.
Anybody opposed to adding 50,000 to this? It just makes it cleaner for budgeting because we know the grant's coming.
And just put that note.
Yep.
SCHT, it is SCHT, right, Housing Trust.
Our County Housing Trust.
District funds.
That work?
Yep.
Other contractual services and economic development. What did we spend $5,300 on? Wendy?
Code enforcement.
Yeah.
Concrete pad at Scout Park.
Okay.
And Heart of Nature Trail signs.
I think those would be the wrong place.
Both.
Oh, well.
Move concrete to parks, maybe?
Would that be parks? Park equipment?
Mhm.
That should probably be it for park equipment. Which, how much was that pad?
1,500.
Park. Equipment, 1,500, add it to that. Budget is
6,000.
45, so we're still within range. Good with that, leaving that there. Just moving that money. I'm gonna take that 1,500 out of here, or add 1,500 to this. So we're 40.
41,550. Or 41,5.
Would that go under operational equipment though, or would it go under down there in 83 equipment parks?
Yeah, we'll go with the other one, not operational equipment. And I mean, how do I do back?
Control Z.
Thank you. Control Z, there we go. And operating equipment parks. So now we're gonna add the 1,500 here.
It's a lot easier now.
2,000.
Need to be over column, right?
Yeah, because that, you're putting it in the year to date.
Yep.
Okay,
Oh, all
Because
right,
we put that.
because we're taking it off, taking the
Got it.
1,500 off the
Yep.
other line.
right.
So now, we want to adjust this, because now we're at the budget mark. We budget.
But are we gonna put another
But we budgeted
Concrete pad.
5,000 last year. It would give us those opportunities.
Yeah.
For, I don't know, I know we talked at one point about putting in a pickleball court. This would be the year to do it. We got $3,000 left.
By the net.
Yeah. Do we want to put 5 back in there? Keep those opportunities coming?
It's a big thing.
I'm sorry?
It is a big thing, the pickleball.
Yep. Spelled pickleball wrong.
Lots of pickles.
So we're gonna take 1,500 out of this one, right?
Yep.
38. 01.
3801. So what else did we spend out of that 520, 64.99, Wendy?
I think it changed at 16,000 underneath there too.
Good.
The pad, the signs, and then Adam, and then there's a Snyder bill in there for Rock Creek Development.
Oh, code enforcement. Well, good with that. Just keep it the same.
So just like we talked about for animal control, about, and, something in the ordinances to pass that on. So if you have a code enforcement, is there any way for us to pass that on?
If we get,
Depending on what it is.
so if we get to the point of citations, then that code enforcement monies could come back through. But right now we're getting what we needed, which was getting people to do what they're supposed to do before citations. Which is why it's, so when we talked about this a year ago, we were talking about how much we would do. We talked about $5,000, which was only covering Adam. We
Right.
also allocated another $5,000 for attorney fees.
Legal, yeah.
But fortunately, we haven't had to use any.
I thought we did like 15 and 15 or something.
That was a bigger number.
Yeah, I was
I
thinking
did
15 and
too.
15.
I thought it
But it
was
wasn't.
much bigger, but unless we're putting Adam in the wrong place.
We've only paid Adam $4,277 this year, so I think that's right.
Like,
So if we double that,
So where else? I'm having trouble. 64.99, 520, 64.99 only shows 3801 after I moved $1,500. And if I paid,
All of Adams are under there, and then that concrete pad, the nature trail signs are 608.80,
608.80.
and then the Snyder, there's a Snyder bill.
So what should be in this column? Because what's in here, what's showing here is not what we have.
And the code enforcement was paid in July and September of last year. So have we paid them since?
Oh, so the 1,085.60 for Adam, that was in the prior fiscal year, so sorry. Does that help at all?
So we've still only spent $3,800, including to Snyder.
Just the signs and the 2 payments to Adam, just the 3,800.
Oh, Snyder was 2024, sorry.
Okay.
Tiny.
So that 4,200 to Adam and 600 for the sign. No, 3,200. No, 4,200.
So like, this doesn't make any sense. Why is there 17,000 here? 6,500.
Good question.
Is there's, I don't know. Maybe am I missing something on this part of the spreadsheet? It's not calculating anything.
The 3801 is 3,200 to Adam and 609 for the sign.
Oh, there's no formula in the
Well, there's
108?
no formula, but why is there 17,000 in the budget for 2026 if
Oh,
there's only
that's-
$6,500 in budgeted amounts? See how there's 6,500 here? Showing a total economic development budget is 17,000.
Could have been a typo, let me look. Yeah, it's a typo, only 5,000 should have been budgeted, is in the budget for this year.
5,000.
Yeah.
Is
Sorry, typo.
that included Adam Coyle? That doesn't sound right. He was probably supposed to be spent out somewhere else then. So that would have to be back in order for that to wrap out.
Make that 4609, Dale.
Oh, yeah.
Just an 8 is 0.
Thank you. Sorry. There we go. How's that look? We're over budget.
We're gonna hear that more than once, I'm afraid,
No, we're making it.
for now, yeah.
If we don't spend anything else. Okay. So it's. Wendy, what is happening with my salary? Mayor and council. Something's not adding in here. Uh, 26, we budgeted $8,130. We've only spent 1,925, and I don't think that's possible,
No,
because 1,000 of that would have been me. With 5 council members, it's probably roughly $600 a piece.
I don't know. Um, Well, that's under. Well, maybe not.
We're the mayor, council, city manager total.
My spreadsheet's on here, so I don't know.
Oh. This one should be pretty static, so. Anybody have any concerns with that?
Nope, that looks fine.
Okay. Oh, we're gonna skip that part.
I didn't have breakfast yet.
Well, his coffee.
I had breakfast, but it was at 5:30, so.
This is, here's my,
Sworn on.
here's my breakfast here.
Yeah. Mine was at about 6 o'clock. So. Training. Concerned with that?
Yep, that's good.
It's a little higher than what we had. And I know I need to do something here. Issues with that.
Does the training for clerk, I mean, is that cabling off for 27, or do you think they'll ramp up?
No,
No, what?
I think it's gonna continue.
She has a little smirk when she says no. So.
Yeah, I didn't know if the no was in relation.
All right, and
So I took that as no increase.
no, yes, increase. Please.
Oh, yes, increase, thank you.
yes,
It's kind of like saying, do you mind if I do this? No.
No.
Well, they say yes, but they mean no.
And
Like, okay, which way?
then added 2,500 for technology, because
Computers and
computers and whatnot. No bank service charges, that's good.
does that cover like all the costs for the cloud and all that stuff too? Is that,
No, this is just our hardware. And or calling in IT support. Okay, elections.
we're gonna blow that one out of the water here.
But that's this year's budget,
Mm-hmm.
so.
Yeah, let's do an amendment though. to that.
So we spent $958 this year. 700 was what we budgeted this year. I'm gonna say we should probably budget for 2,000 and we don't have to worry about it. Thoughts? I mean, granted, we're not always going to have a secondary or runoff election, but we have increased costs substantially in election costs from 660 to 1,000.
but there won't be any elections next year, correct? It's every 2 years.
Yeah, because Steve's seat goes till the end of 27.
Right, so there won't be,
Is there anything?
It'll be the
So
next
it'll
It'll be
fiscal
28.
Yeah.
28.
So you won't be, you won't have to have
So
anything for
odd,
this.
odd years would be 0.
Yes. odd years.
right,
So there you go. Good call.
we're at 38, we budgeted 47. Wow.
Try and keep that number down.
Yeah,
Doesn't really help when it doesn't work that way, but. 38, we're halfway through. I mean, technically, we could be at 70,000 by the end of the year.
yeah,
Why are you shaking your head, Joel? Well, we're gonna try not to be there. 45,000, good.
yeah.
Hear that, Wendy? No more returning calls.
Quit doing things then.
There's Snyder in there too.
Oh, so, okay, that'd be legal services.
Yeah, I don't know if that's enough about those. So we're gonna have a lot
With the
more.
new addition?
Yeah. But that
I
is,
do know, is there a separate one for
Yes.
Snyder, or is it all lumped into that?
I think the development should be its own accounting. I think this is good for normal services where we,
We'll have another one for
but this is,
development.
this is good for the council to consider when we ask Snyder to, hey, can you look at this? No,
Yeah,
we're already
meter's
30
running.
We're already at 38,000 for the year.
Yeah.
And we have budgeted 47,000.
Yeah, so it's 45 enough.
No. Or 27,
I don't know if that's enough.
that's not enough either.
Yeah, but that's,
It's a starting point.
yes.
Okay. 15,570 was the wall fix for library, city hall, right?
Why does that come out of City Hall and not library?
Yeah, does that include library?
Yeah. That was all of the repair.
So should that be a library capital improvement?
I remember I asked and council had said, well, it's the city hall building, so we'll cover it. I don't know. So that's what I did.
Something like grounds maintenance repair library, 6320.
That's grounds, not
It's not building.
physical buildings, no. They don't have physical buildings. Because it's part of city hall.
That's why we put it where we did, I guess, 'cause there's no category there.
Yeah.
Footnoted on the right.
Yeah,
The interior damage there is coming out of theirs, not ours.
that makes sense. That's grounds. We budgeted 2,025, we spent $14. That's better to replace a light bulb.
2 light bulbs.
I don't have any anticipated building maintenance repair for City Hall unless we.
Well, they want to put a back door on, it's handicapped accessible, I think, don't they?
They got a grant for that.
That's,
They did get a grant?
that would be their capital improvements.
Okay.
We can always have $2,000 in repairs for, I mean,
Yeah.
one of these doors can fail.
Yeah.
So 25, we spent 3,800. 26, we budgeted 34. So far, we're at 27. We're halfway through the year.
We're at 55 roughly for the year then.
I don't think we counted that very well.
Nope.
But at least this one's under year to date. This is fine, you know. But that's because, like, this city or something.
Does this include library,
Which one?
Utilities,
utilities for City Hall?
I'll have to look at
they're on meters, I bet it does.
I bet it's all inclusive.
probably. I'll have to look.
It's a pretty substantial increase. I mean, that's just half a half, so we're doubling what we currently spend. Good for now. This should change. That's what we did for library. Publishing. Fiscal 25, we spent 4,500. 26, we budgeted 37.
Already shot that.
We've already blown
We
that,
have blown that completely out.
which doesn't make any sense why we budgeted 3,700 when we spent 45. It just doesn't make any sense at all. We should have known that we were gonna be 1,500 under to begin with. And we're every bit of that.
There's no other options.
Not for publishing. Publishing is a requirement. We have to publish every one of these meetings, has to be posted in the
Yeah.
newspaper.
The ordinance changes, we have to publish that.
Yep.
All the hearing stuff for the development, I had to publish that.
Yeah, you were,
I would say 6,500.
yeah,
You know, I mean, for the development and whatever we have to do publishing, it just seems like not only do you have an opportunity to pass along to the consumer of that, the Snyder, but hey, this is another cost we have to bear. It's just, hey, it's something that we want to build out our fees right, well, let's get them all in there. So, just kind of making sure that we're passing everything on, that they, you know, then we at least can choose to either.
What did we spend on technology with it? For City Hall? Maybe I need to.
I think that's the Simple City, but let me look. The Simple City for 2026 is $9,000.
Yes,
ouch.
that makes sense.
And then, IT
We
help,
might do that 25, why didn't we budget it, or 26? I'm sorry, what was the other one?
and then we had IT help when, we were having computer issues for $200.
Yeah, so I give you 2,500 for your technology for the clerk. That would be where your IT help and hardware would come in. Technology for the city admin, I'd say would be our software programs. Any concerns with identifying those?
Would this also be where access control and cameras come in? Or access control will go to building maintenance and cameras go under equipment?
Where did we budget that? Because we've allocated money for that. What did we allocate that we were gonna spend that from?
Well, I don't remember where it was supposed to come from.
When did
That
you
was,
know?
was it community betterment funds?
Probably.
Yeah, because it, under public safety, I think that's what I remember you saying. So move the IT help to the clerk technology, even though there wasn't anything budgeted.
No. Don't move anything for that. We don't need to move it, but that's for, we put that in the 27 budget, so moving forward.
Okay, got
At
it,
27, you would allocate that.
got it.
Is that Simple City, is that an annual thing?
Yes.
Oh, it is, okay.
Everybody good with that?
Other than I still have a question about the access control and camera.
Yeah, I still don't know where to put that.
Yeah, you handed out that bit of a summation at the end.
Mhm.
I just wanted to, do we have that much to protect? That's my cost benefit analysis. Do we have, we're spending more than the risk? That's why I just wanted to try to.
One of the things that, I mean, I'd like to start seeing cameras in more than just this location, because we don't have law enforcement around to, so for investigative tools, it would be a big help. But then also for the safety of our employees, you got her sits in here quite a bit by herself, and then all of a sudden somebody comes in irate because their water bill is too high, they got attacked by another dog, they whatever. She has no protection. So
Well, camera's not gonna protect her.
it's not going to protect her, but it's going to help solve the case if she gets attacked.
My husband will know who killed me.
Yes.
Your husband?
Will know who killed me.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
I thought you said he was gonna do the killing.
So I mean, it's a protection thing for our employees that are doing the job. as well as our assets for after hours. When she locks out this door, something happens where one of these plate glass windows gets broken, we can hopefully catch who did it. They come in here and they can steal records from here, equipment from here. You know, like I said, we don't have a law enforcement presence in here quite a bit, so it's an investigative tool for and after something happens.
Mhm. Which hard to put a value on. Which is hard to put a value on.
It is, absolutely. I mean, what's the value of Wendy's life to you? I mean,
Does anybody have any concerns with this one?
Yeah, I don't,
This is the Tiger Wise.
oh, that's the Tiger Wise,
Yeah,
and that's pass-through money, right, eventually?
should be. Got this project going though. We budgeted it through this being year 3 and well, we spent some of the money, but we haven't been able to pass through any of it because we haven't been able to identify specific properties that they belong to.
Gotcha.
Sidewalks. Any issues with that? It's pass through money.
did we end up getting sidewalks on Rock Creek?
The planning and zoning met the other day, they decided no sidewalks.
So I have a really hard time of if we're not going to require sidewalks in new developments, then why are we pushing for repair on existing sidewalks? Why can't they just rip them out and not have sidewalks?
That is completely possible. That would be required by the city council. But in the meantime, as long as there is a sidewalk there, we are liable for anything that happens on said sidewalk. So if the council gives direction to rip up every other sidewalk in town, then we're gonna rip them up instead of putting them back down.
I think that's a good discussion. It's like, when I look at it, it'd be nice to have a sidewalk from one corner of town to the other. Once you go off of it, personally, I don't care about once you go off the main drags. So if we can get one from down here at, running from
Dollar General Park.
Dollar General ideally, but that's at least from the trail over to the senior home. And probably up Baldwin. But to go up Rock Creek Drive or down Woodlawn, you know, you walk on the road.
Yeah, they're not gonna use it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, ideally, I mean, I think the safe route to school thing, I mean, I like the idea of kids not being in the road, but there again, we're building a brand new development, and we're not requiring it there, so why would we require it anywhere else?
So we're not budgeting 25,000. My recommendation would be if we're not going to at least consider it, then we'll put the 25,000 towards attorney costs and insurance increases for damages and injuries for pedestrians on sidewalks.
Yeah, I see Joel's point. Yeah, what's the vision for it? To me, it's like if I'm the new division, thankfully now, the way they organize it, the street, the kids can walk down North Street or down 7th to whatever that street is that runs north and south. I don't know if that's Metcalf or what that is, but at least they can cross and don't need a sidewalk there. But to your point, though, it's like, I think it's important to have sidewalks in that close vicinity of the school. I just don't know, yeah. I think it's unnecessary outside of the school area and the main drag. That's why I think the 25,000 or a portion thereof makes sense to fix in those areas. That's why it's what I'm saying.
Let me pose a 30,000 foot view. We could very well be sitting here and be growing like Huxley in the
Mhm.
next 5 years.
Yeah.
Is Huxley stopping sidewalks because they didn't want to grow? No, they're putting in more sidewalks. They're putting in wider sidewalks. Did Ankeny stop building sidewalks downtown?
Mhm.
No, they took care of them, they increased them, allowed the community to grow. When you take away sidewalks, when you take away alternative activities and routes through your community, you are doing nothing but turning it into a bedroom community or nothing more than a pass-through. So
I think it would be good, yeah.
just like to present the challenge to the council to decide which direction does this community need to go. Are we a non-community community? Are we nothing more than houses with no communication, with no consideration for your neighbors? Or are we a neighborhood where we communicate with our neighbors and
Mhm.
have a familiar camaraderie in our community?
I guess I'm definitely all for fixing, I think it's a good use for the existing sidewalks, especially on the main travel areas.
I think it's nice to have sidewalks, but if we're not gonna build them in new developments, that's just, and you're sending the wrong message.
You guys haven't decided that yet. That's next month's meeting.
Okay.
Because as of right now, the current approved plan has sidewalks. Okay. Leave it here for now.
Yep.
Wendy, other contractual services, removal of trees, project 305-210. What's that, $1,125? Sorry, I'm jumping around. I was looking for other places to put access control.
Which account is it?
305-210-6499. Pretty sure this was supposed to be all trees. No, this was our removal of trees for the Emerald Ash, or the Emerald Ash Board.
Just the stuff, right?
It looks 2 stump grindings. The stump grinding for the tree at Broad and Metcalf, 3 stumps at the Ball Diamond down here. Remove the large limbs, the dead limb in City Park, Huckleberry. Yep, that's it.
I guess my question is, why do we have trees in 5 different places? Shouldn't it all be in the same place? Whether it's a park tree or a street tree or a diseased tree or a dead tree, does it matter? Still a dead tree or a tree that we have to take care of. So instead of budgeting 3,000 here, 5,000 here, just utilize this one where we've already allocated 25,000. So if we move every tree aspect that we've had so far to this account, that'll make it a little more accurate, easier to track. And then the other side of that is we know what we're spending on trees.
And in the reference, it says where it's at half the time anyway, so I think it's better control of it, better view, yeah, for sure.
Wendy, am I fixing those, when I send this back to you, fixing the tree accounts in parks and everywhere else?
Moving the money.
Moving the
Like a
money,
general tree account.
but also just closing the other
Okay, yep,
so that there's just one tree account.
you got it. That would be way easier for me.
That's kind of where I was at.
We need to put that note on the side, consolidate all tree accounts here, there's tree expenses here.
Oh, no, what is going on? Okay. And thoughts on that? Regardless of what our tree issue is, should be able to take care of it for that kind of money.
Wouldn't take very many trees to get there.
No, it doesn't. But
I would think
we
that'd
were-
be sufficient.
We were pretty fortunate. If you look at 25 and 24, that was
Yeah.
$77,000, and that was 200 plus trees.
Really? That's
We
pretty
got up
reasonable.
to 700
That's
trees.
really reasonable.
Well, the person that takes care of the trees in this town also took care of his community, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were very lucky.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm good with that if you guys are.
Yep.
All right, Woodlawn Street project. We've spent 30,000.
Baldwin,
Woodlawn.
what number are you on?
I am on 304-865-6499. We are in the neighborhood of
Okay.
30,000 on this project. Total cost for this project, 310,000. We haven't budgeted anything for it. What is going on? Are you gonna be able to find that? That's engineering fees that we spent that 30,000 on.
I can find it.
So we met, was it last fall, Doug, that we met on Woodlawn? We met up at the
Not the Legion.
Mountain Legion.
Yeah.
And that was where the $310,000 came from. That was a project that Snyder's put together for us. That was a cost estimate. Now, mind you, it's already been a year since we've done that. So every day that we take to not do anything with it, which is basically what's happened, those costs go up. However, one of the things to consider is we asked Snyder to look at it. So we spent $30,000. Do we want to wash away $30,000 of work when it's 10% of the cost of the project?
So what's the, is it for drainage or
Yep.
something?
So this is the five-year storm management. From
They're gonna start at the bottom, work their way uphill.
This provides, what this does is this provides an access point for additional water management for the rest of the community. But we had to start somewhere. So we started at the lowest point, which allows access and management of the rest of the community that direction.
So what does this entail, like? piping?
Yep, this is basically storm piping underground and ditch making and water outlet.
But it's meant to serve more than Woodlawn Street.
It's, the initial phase will serve Woodlawn and
And we
then
gotta get
future,
across 210 somehow.
future construction will capture the other northern side of town across 210.
Gosh.
Part of this came about because of the water retention pond at the football field. Community residents down there were concerned about the water backing up before the retention, and then stating that it got worse after.
You know, go back and count how many truckloads of dirt were brought into the soccer field. But somehow Snyder, I don't know, they can put sand in a cup and still get the same amount of liquid in it.
Oh, yeah.
We just first moved here, and it's coming back to bite us. So.
Yeah, well, technically, there shouldn't have ever been anything put in there, because nobody would ever pull a permit, because it's all floodplain.
Yeah.
So no ground should actually be applied to that area.
Is there any funding assistance for anything? This is all on us.
Stormwater management is very, 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 very limited on funding. It is basically statewide considered a community problem.
Yeah.
Because it only affects the residents of the community, but if the state would ever get their heads out of where they don't belong and consider that every time that a community manages the water flow, that it affects every other community downriver.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then they would realize that it's a bigger issue than the community's issue.
Take the big picture. Yeah.
All right, well, I'll leave those
Yeah,
informational.
But that 310 was their estimate to do all that work.
Yep. And it's basically running pipes from First Street up to Fourth, and then ditch work down to the outlet. It's concrete outlet at Rock Creek, and then different culverts and channels along land and roadways. So it's both sides of the road, management of the water, and management to a 5-year storm. So. All right, emergency management. Nothing in there. That may change. There's current legislation in the House and Senate discussing big potential changes to emergency management, how it's funded, and yet to be determined. Whether or not it'll even be there, whether or not it's even any local control anymore. Not sure what this one is. Oh, capital fund projects, dorm total. Anybody know what that one was? That's an old one.
Which one are you looking at? Put your cursor.
This one right here.
Oh, okay. Capital fund.
Was that the ratio? No, stormwater.
I don't think so.
Some other stormwater project. Could have been any one of the other intakes throughout the community, so who knows?
It wasn't going to Indian Creek with the, no,
That was part of the Baldwin
oh, that's
project.
still involved, and you're right.
Baldwin project should be closed out. Should be. Maybe. They haven't entered audit stage. The DOC had said, or the DOT said the heck with it, we're gonna enter an audit stage, so they're auditing to close out.
My question, am I gonna get an answer?
It might be a wash. It's about the same money either way. Whether we retain our retainage, or whether they,
I want to see those numbers, because I think we're gonna get the short end of a slimy stick.
very possible. Very possible. But we saved, what did we save? $40,000 over what we budgeted for water management off that project, so that was substantially less expensive than what we anticipated. Plus, I'm looking at an $80,000 return to the loan that we took on. We underspent what we anticipated. So, good news still. Out of a $1.6 million project, I'll take $80,000. I'm okay with that.
How many projects that come in under?
5%, yeah.
Yeah. Baldwin, 2014 FEMA, I think we can get rid of that one. 2013 flood hail, probably that one too. FEMA total, what's that FEMA total? For 2024, would that be the, I don't even know what that would be.
It's close to the ratio, so goodness, what would it be?
What we spent $28,000 on FEMA for, is that a transfer of property?
In 2023, it says zero out fund.
Oh, okay, so just move money movement.
And then it looks like the reference is wastewater WWTP facility.
Oh,
Means anything?
yeah, wastewater treatment plant.
Okay.
Oh, all right, yeah.
What is the ARPA?
That was the COVID, the relief money.
And we've spent it?
Mm-hmm.
That's unfortunate. And ARP is gone. TIF district. Those will be coming back online, except for named. Beautification sidewalk loan. At some point, we took out money to borrow for sidewalks. I'm guessing that was Main Street. Lost funds. Can you help me with 121, 910, 6910? Is that a revenue?
That was our franchise fee. Transfer out.
So we transferred
It looks like
$205,000 towards to the Baldwin project. We had to set up a separate account to make that happen.
it looks like there was a resolution early last year.
Okay, so that will just die. Same with the roads, bridges, utility, or sidewalks. We budget 20. Oh, that makes sense. So the 25,000 there was for. That was for the sidewalks. This is the account that we're planning on using to do it. Okay. Benefits. So this is our new account for employee benefits.
The 112s?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, 112, 910, 6910. So just everybody or just Park?
Okay, that'll be everybody, and that's just the city share.
Well, I'm just looking at the total. Hold on a second. Let's see what I'm looking at. 112. All right, so it goes up to the fire department, FICA, IPERS, and then their total. And we budgeted 900, and we spent 196. So 250. And this was all new for us last year, so we didn't really know where we were budgeting.
Yeah, it's a stamp.
Yeah. 300.
Something, yeah, if we just put a formula to go back to over time.
Yeah, percent of something, right?
Mm,
I think so. Total of 17.09% of everything. Like IPERS and Medicare, I think there's a little over there.
Oh, I did that wrong. This is only half year. 600,
Oh, yeah.
500.
In trouble on a couple of those.
This should be 672 roughly.
Yeah.
And this should be 5,000. This should be 8,500.
Oh, that'd be closer to 9.
Cemetery should be
25.
500.
Yeah.
15. That look right? Roughly. Anybody got a calculator?
84, 13, 4, 23, 4, 25, 9, 25, 950 plus 15,000. I get about 41,000, but let me run it with real numbers. Somebody want to read to me?
Hold on.
There you go. Do something.
Why isn't it doing it? I don't understand this.
Equal.
Something's wrong with this thing.
You know, why it's not? Hit the FX there next to it. It should. Why is it not?
It's not working. It's not that hard of a project. Equals this to here. That's not gonna make any sense.
Well, even when you highlight it, it should on the bottom right side show you the sum and the average, and
No,
it's not even doing that.
functions are all messed up.
Yeah.
There's data already here. Cancel. Oh, no. There. Anyway,
It keeps moving on me.
3,000, 12,000, 17,000, 20, 24,000, 25, 35, 40, 40,000.
300. 4030.
Okay, got it. I'll work on this thing later. Street maintenance, just so you guys know, we can stop wherever, just keep going, whatever you guys want to do. So,
Let's get the first pass.
I still haven't found a place for your stuff, so that's why I'm still, this is in my mind why we're starting going backwards, so. Street maintenance, roads, bridges, iJobs, so I don't get any more iJobs.
That was a Chet Culver thing that could really be deleted.
Yep, road use tax, although we spent the money in 2025. It held it for a while. 15 years. Road use tax total, what's the transfer in and out on that? 110 is 910. 6910.
Probably some more lost funds, isn't it?
I'm guessing it, yeah, it was probably the Baldwin project. Probably transfer out. Right.
Yeah, that was from March 2025 for Baldwin.
So nothing we're gonna do with it. Street cleaning. Street cleaning total. What are we spending $1,400 in 2025 on it for? And what do we spend $112 on street cleaning? street big, it's stormwater. Did they finally whelp, I think?
That was a Snyder bill for, I think, it just says, that might be part of the Woodlawn,
Water line, probably.
yeah.
So I'll add that to the 30,000.
We'll,
Snow removal. Well,
add a little more to our budget for that.
we also raised our rates. We did increase our miles, so. We're halfway through the season. We got hit pretty hard early,
December was ugly, yeah.
but January's been,
January been beautiful.
yeah. But we still got February, March. So, 5,000?
I hope not that much.
Bonus is when we don't use it, it just goes back, so. But it's a bigger pain when we don't have enough.
I agree.
Good with that? Too much.
Too much. 4,500.
I was gonna take more, but yeah, 4,500 is fine.
Capital equipment, snow removal. Snow removal, road use, snow removal supplies, road use tax. Those are revenues, right? Why do they show up on here? I'm so confused right now. Because we had to expense it out of the road use tax fund in order to pay for all that. So our total was 4,500 budgeted. We budgeted 680, but we spent 1,300 out of the road use tax for that. Is that right? Wendy? Didn't realize we had to budget individual items, line items.
Yeah.
Story County Treasurer sent us a bill for salt and sand
Yep.
in December,
And that was the 1,340 or the,
1340.62.
what was the 1,034?
That's what she said.
Well, one's 1,340, one's 1,034.
It's just on 34, it's the Story County.
So 1,034 Story County, so we'll do 1,500.
The other amount, de-icer gloves for $660. In that 1940,
What do they have?
$660 for de-icer gloves, for de-icer and gloves. So, this-
Should be shop supplies.
Yeah, bulk de-icer. Gloves, and then it looks like there was a few small parts from the hardware store for the blade. Fix something on the blade.
Okay. Well, when I think back about it, 4,500 seems a little steep when we're only doing that. So maybe another 1,500 here. So we're all, well, should almost be done. And there should be another sand or salt. That should be a one-time expense.
Right.
And then we shouldn't have much more for snow removal supplies. That was the parts and gloves and the de-icer. So I'd say 1,400 in that column, which gives us 4,500. You guys good with that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so roads, bridges, sidewalks. Street maintenance, 52,210. That's what we've spent.
Ouch.
65,670 is what we budgeted. That includes all of the cold patch
That was 50,000 for the cold patch and the repairs.
and all of the chip seal, right?
Yeah, the LO.
Which is pretty much everything that we usually do, so we're actually doing just fine there. Because we don't have that budget we don't, typically wouldn't have another 15,000 to spend it. Which is nice, we could find another 15,000, but they won't come back out this year, so.
I'm just thinking Baldwin, North Street, you talked about that.
Yep.
On the market.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, we could ask, see if we could get another delivery of cold patch. That 50,000 would go a long ways towards that. It would go a long ways towards dump loads of gravel or whatever, alleyways or,
We had talked about putting extension collars that are east of the school, where there's those inlets, putting collars so it builds it up even with the road level. There are at least 2 spots there. It'd be a small amount, but something that could be done in this category next year, or yet this year.
what, I'm sorry, Doug, I missed,
Where the buses park northwest of school by the dumpster up there,
Yep.
there are 2 big
cold-
inlets
Okay,
that are 3 or 4 inches deep. People have walked in there and twisted their ankle.
okay.
If we could put a 3-inch collar and then put a grate on it, even with the road, we talked about that a couple months ago.
If you wouldn't mind sending me an email so I can
Okay,
double check about getting that fixed.
okay, yeah. And that just prodded my memory.
Yep, no, that's good. So our total, street maintenance, we'll throw another 10% at that for this year's, for 27.
Yeah.
65, 670 times 10.
Another 6,000, 71,000.
67, so 72.2. Alright, so removal road use, why is that 1340 showing up in 2 places? Maybe can you help me with that one? So we got 1340.85 coming out of 6507 as well as 6413.
Well, they're 2 different amounts, isn't it? 1340.85 and 1034.62.
Nope, I got 1340.85 out of 6507.
Okay, that's a typo, sorry. It should be 1034.62.
So what's out of 6413? Because I got 1034.
1340.85.
So then why is 6413 the same as
We got
110?
You got the account numbers.
6413, it's on there twice.
That was
Oh.
175 and
175, okay.
181 are the same account numbers,
Are they?
but they're different amounts.
181.
So these two are the same. So they're
Yeah.
2 different places and they
I
should
think that 250 should be 210.
6413.
Yeah, it should be 2.
210,
65.
6413.
You know what's sad is that Steve's been using the spreadsheet for 20 years. Nobody caught that.
Just putting numbers on this side over here.
That's true.
All right, so, well, that's been padding the budget by $2,500 for the last 20 years. So that's one way to pad a budget.
There's that number twice.
So, Wendy, are you cool if I delete these 2 lines
Yeah.
of the
Yep.
snow capital?
Yes, fine with that.
Do I have the other one up here? I just want to make sure that one.
No, it's not.
6507 is not up here. No, it's right there.
Yeah, it is.
It's under engineering.
But no, that's different, because that's 210 and 250.
Oh, yeah, it is. So what is,
But 175 has 250 on it, but it should be 210.
But there is no 210,
Yep,
6413 now.
210-6413, do we
Is
have an
there-
account with that?
Wendy, is there an account with 210-6413, and is there an account with 250-6413? That's our issue.
There is for 250,
So there's one for each of them.
Not
not for the
210.
first one you said.
So they're 250, but not 210.
So that
So this
175
one
line
needs to
should
be
be gone.
This needs to be deleted.
That's gonna throw the numbering all off on the,
Sure is.
in that first column, column A.
Oh, wait a minute.
The bonus is that they don't match either.
Mm-mm.
They're off by several $100s.
Right.
Okay, so we're
Do
gonna.
you wanna just highlight it and that could be something we gotta
Yes.
look into?
I'm gonna leave that one for Wendy to play with.
Okay,
Um,
The cuss word on the right, that'll work.
How do I highlight? Anybody got
Up there on the little bar above there, oh, click on that again.
right click?
And then up there, see the A, right next to it to the
there
left,
it is.
there's a penny.
There
There you
is.
go.
Thank you. I didn't see that thing float. All right, so we'll highlight that one. We're gonna highlight these other two because it would be something to look at. Okay,
Figure out the issue there.
clear as mud. Insurance
For the
revenues.
fiscal year 25 for that account, it is 1722. It's all snow blade and hydraulic hoses for fiscal year 25.
So it was used appropriately in 25.
Yes.
That's good to know.
But I don't know, yeah, we're through 230/40.
Yeah, I don't, it's hard to say.
Oh, wait.
I think those numbers are crisscross.
Yep.
One of them should be that other account number,
Yep.
but they just copied the number, so. All right, 190. Wendy, can you help me with 6408, 210-6408? We didn't spend anything in 25, but we budgeted $190 for 26.
and I don't know why.
And what insurance would we use out of that account?
The ENC,
No, is this for like the truck? Is this, I mean, as far as I understand, all of our insurances are one program. We're just trying to separate some insurance money
I don't know.
from, to be able to come from road use responsibility for insurance. Perry, you got any information on this one?
No, no history or anything on that one.
And before that, we hadn't used it since 2013, so I'm not sure if that's,
It's showing a 2024 expense of 361.
yeah, and it just says Midwest Insurance.
I bet you, my guess would be that this would be part of the road use insurance portion. 364 is not gonna cover their portion of our
No.
of our insurance. What are we at, $60,000-$70,000 right now? I think we just leave it where it's at, just leave this at 0. Budget it down to 0. Everybody okay with that?
Okay.
Engineering, what did we spend $519? I think it's probably just misallocated.
Snyder billed us as Streets General Engineering, so I'll have to pull the invoice and look again.
I'm guessing it was probably Baldwin. That's the only
Okay.
thing they would have engineered on the streets. Leave that one at 0. Utilities for the road use. Budgeted 400, spent 1,500. That's gonna change substantially. Because shop should define a road use, right? You guys' thoughts? City shed?
Yeah, this is, for cell phones and water.
So basically, you'll be taking $3,000 off the fire department and applying it here. So that's gonna throw this budget way out of whack. Right, Wendy, that'd be the place where this would go? For the siren?
Yeah, the shop.
Yep.
Yep.
So roughly $4,000 added to this. Make it 5,500, we've spent half of it. So make it 3,000 plus 4,000, 5,000, 8,000.
8. Ouch.
But it's it's just a money move.
Yeah.
This
In
isn't,
the totality of
yeah,
it, right?
this isn't really like it's
The big
costing
picture,
us
right, right.
anything else, but this gives us a starting point to have it at least accurately represented.
Right.
Vehicle repair and maintenance for the road use, this is their portion. Budgeted $4,000 last year, spent 4,225, 1,400 so far.
And that was part of the fuel that I need to move.
Yeah, mostly fuel, yeah, mostly gas.
So, we were 3,000 in fuel,
It was a lot. It was most of it.
8,000, not much.
You know, the other expenses were only $60 total. Supply expense, central, short one.
Rough idea.
Yeah.
What's the grounds maintenance repair? Budgeted 5,800. I don't know why we budgeted so much, we only have 3,700.
It's like oil, some stuff from Central Iowa Short Line.
Why oils go under ground repair though? The oils go under vehicle repair.
Unless they're changing oil in the backhoe.
Okay.
4,000 here.
Spent 925 on chemicals, Vegikill.
That was the wrong place for it.
Yeah, that shouldn't have been there.
I think we ended up moving that one after the fact, because I remember that.
Speed and stuff, then.
Yeah, 4.
That okay? Those two got changed. We'll skip on the wages. Washington Township transfer, that was the truck payment, right? Paying off a portion of the truck.
Yeah.
There's the library, 5,000 transfer. Fire department trust, capital. So apparently, based off of this information, there's been no transfers to the fire department trust or EMS trust over the last 3 years. Otherwise, it would have had to have been transferred around here.
Mhm.
So in other words, they've either been at budget or over.
And I got the Indian Creek Township checks a month after I closed out the books for 25, so that's.
All right. What am I at? 001, 650. Wendy, what is this 001, 910? What's that transfer?
The 58,000.
Yeah. There, we made it back up.
That was the resolution from. It looks like it says fiscal 26 budget transfers from various funds to accomplish the goals. So there was transfers for tree removal, sewer tap program, sheriff.
What is that fund?
It says general transfers out.
So it's transfers out of the general fund.
Mhm.
So, okay, so this was a resolution to resolve the budget last year. So we spent
Yes.
$58,000 to clean out the budget. We budgeted 11,300, so it blew our blown. We planned on blowing the budget by 11,300, but we blew it by 58,000.
It says 8,000 set aside for future emergencies, 50,000 to make the scheduled Tahoe payment. So was that paying off the Tahoe?
We didn't pay it off though.
Washington did.
Is this a Washington Township fund? Is that number 6910, is that Washington Township?
I don't think so.
Is it 001 should be the general fund.
Yeah, and then the 19.
I remember the $8,000 going into our emergency fund. Because we were replenishing the storm damage.
It just says general transfers in and out, transfer out.
That 50,000 shouldn't have came out of the general. I'm gonna highlight it. Let's give it Steve and get some background information on what that was and where it should be.
Yeah, so the 50 went to the Washington Township Trust, the 016-910-40.
Did they pay for it then?
Yeah, they had the cash on hand to pay it, so I have to do a $3,000 transfer to pay them back. Before this fiscal year is over. For the next 3 years, I think, is our portion.
That's right, okay.
Yes, we borrowed from them.
We borrowed from them.
Yeah.
And that's what we were talking about this morning, or Scott was talking about, when he was asking if we borrowed money from this account to pay for it. We did, but it was for the ambulance. We borrowed from Washington Township
Yep.
to pay for the ambulance. This was us paying them off. This $50,000 went back to Washington Township,
Yeah, paying back their trust for it.
which is our trust. And anyway, okay, so we're good there.
Okay.
The budget amount, I don't know. I mean, we can technically put $58,000 here and we could look at doing whatever else, because it's a general fund transfer, so what do you budget that for? Like, this is like a slush fund. I think we should have a reason to put something in here. I don't even know why we put 11,300 in here. I assume we had some idea that we were gonna spend some money for something.
Well, I think that was part of the fixing the door at the water plant and some of those security things that we,
Yes, it was. It was
some
that
of those
final
security things that we
closeout.
had to get done.
So that, you're right, that's what that 11,300 was supposed to do, which I don't know if we ever made that transfer. because we identified
Yeah,
that at the end of the last budget session that we needed $11,300 to close out our budget. And then we never did the resolution to make the transfer of that 11,300. We did make the transfer of 58,000, but not for the 11,300. Do we want to make that resolution to make that change, to add that 11,300 to pay for that? Because right now those items are paid for.
Right.
Something out of the general fund.
Right.
Sometimes it's just budgeting to make numbers work. So we're gonna leave this blank for now, and then if we, after revenues and everything else, we need somewhere, we know where we need to go looking for it.
So, asking again, is this where we could put access control and cameras as a,
I don't wanna put it in a transfer. I think we need to put that, we need to define, because we're back up to City Hall, so there wasn't any other place.
Right.
I think we just need to define it, put it off to the side, identify that this is where it's gonna be out of this fund.
Yeah.
So, technology, City Hall, is that where we wanna put it?
technology or
Equipment.
equipment?
Okay, equipment probably would be better. So access. Don't know, it's no access. Access control or control apparently. And what was the other one?
Cameras?
Cameras. Okay. So we'll identify equipment for City Hall in that category. And I wonder, if we had 6,500 allocated, is that what we planned for last year?
I know there was some of it that we had planned for last year.
we haven't decided to do any of it though yet, have we?
And we,
So we got the new door. the
Well,
fire-
okay, yeah,
We approved the access controls for 1,500, I believe that was in a resolution.
okay,
There's just some of that type of stuff that's been approved and just hasn't.
but not cameras yet.
Okay, so, I mean, there's still money there. What do we want?
I'll put a pin in what
Mhm.
it was.
Unless
what
we
the
don't
number
do
is.
the full blown. Well, I've got to be sold yet.
What do we want to identify for technology? What else are we using on a 6504? This is a 001 650 6504.
That's our printer rent, our monthly rent and quarterly usage fees.
Hold on.
Mhm.
I'm gonna add to this. Printer rent,
Mhm.
quarterly usage fees for what?
For the printing, they'll send us a thing
For
that
our
says how
copies.
many black and white, how many color, how
Okay.
many pages.
And how much is that?
The monthly rent is about 200, and then the usage fees,
Does that vary?
yeah, quarter 2 was 350, quarter 3 was 228.
And what was the monthly rent amount?
It's about 200. Oh, now this year, let's see, the past couple has been 212.34 in December and January, so it's gone up.
So it's
Well-
25.48 for the.
No, I'm
monthly.
sorry, I would say monthly rent 212.34. Sorry.
And then you
Instead
said
of
about
200.
300 quarterly for the other costs?
Yeah, around there.
Three,
Like
six,
closer to 4.5,
1,200.
like 4.5 a quarter.
Okay, so 1,800. So that's 43, 48. We've spent 2,000, pretty close. We've allocated 6,500, assuming that that was probably going to include that extra access controls. It's 4,300. That gets you another 2,200. We spent 6,025, but we changed printer companies. 6,500. Starting point.
Get started.
Office supplies. Wendy, 2,200 budgeted for 26, and you're 1,300. Is that enough?
I would think so. It's mostly like copy paper. I had to get more checks and utility bills, forms.
We'll give it an extra 100. Or is that too much? Should I take it by 10% at 220?
Given the prior 2 years, it doesn't seem too far off.
Budgeted 300 for postage last year. 25 we spent 9. 24 we spent 3. We're at 145 right now, so we're halfway and right where we need to be. Why did we spend 900 in 2025? Any idea? Too many mailings?
Newsletters.
Yep.
25.
Well, how much did postage go up this year? We changed to the printed envelopes.
Yep, I
right?
ordered some of those, so let's see.
And what were the costs on those?
I'll have to look. So 24. And it looks like we put, if we have to send anything certified.
So in order to save staff time, we switched from stamps to printed envelopes. Pre-stamped envelopes. They were spending hours for playing stamps.
In 25, in June of 25, we spent June UV postage for $400.
Was it June what?
UV postage.
UV postage.
Utility bill.
Oh. It was $500 for one utility bill?
What month was it?
It was June of 25.
I did the newsletter in May, so I'm guessing it's all the newsletters.
Yeah.
Because instead of sending it by, we sent envelopes versus sending postcards.
Postcard stamps are way cheaper.
900. Just in case we have more mailings in 2027. Plus the increase in postage.
You didn't do that newsletter.
What did we sent? We sent, well, I've been adding a lot of stuff to the bottom of the news, of the postcards. Trying to
You
save.
only have about 10 words.
I know, I'm trying to save dollars.
Yeah.
Because this is exactly what happens. It costs.
Yeah.
People forget how much it costs to send that stuff. Like when you're sending 500 mailings, so
Put 500.
500. Okay. All right. I think. Insurance general. So we budgeted 34,310. We spent. Why did we only spend 7,900? Would we? Did we pay that quarterly?
I don't see what line you're on.
Sorry, I don't see it either because
I can't see that.
001 660 6408.
Okay.
It's 34,310, right?
Oh, yeah, I had to do the audit with the insurance company and they sent a bill for that much.
That's
We
right.
had to switch over how we pay fire and EMS.
They sent us an additional bill last year for $8,000.
Ooh,
So we still owe 34,000. plus the 8,000,
Ouch.
plus another 8% on top of that.
Yep.
So 34, 310 plus 79.08. That's our newfound cost.
Mhm.
It's 42,218 times 0.08. Another 33. I need somebody to write something down.
But you have 42,
42,18,
42,
218.
218, okay.
Equals that plus 42,208. 45,505. Wow.
Jeepers.
What did you
Plus,
say?
we raised deductibles, or would have been,
If we raised it, this would be 90,000 if we didn't change.
Yeah.
So we did a year ago.
are we putting some money away to cover, okay,
Well, that was what that $8,000 was.
all right.
That was our emergency planning, so.
Self-insuring, basically.
Yep.
Have to.
Because at $45,000 annually, that's, 10 years, that's $450,000. It's
$500,000,
long
yeah.
way.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay,
You said something about we had an audit or something, and what were they doing? It's like that we were understated on,
They do it every year.
oh,
They
did.
go through all our, I have to tell them,
Okay.
we also stopped insuring several buildings now at the park.
yeah.
I changed that a year ago. It's just, it doesn't make sense. There's
Right.
some of the bit, like the Mid Zero, it's still insured, but the rest of the buildings around it, I stopped insuring because like the one that they said to out of, like, we were insuring it. They were insuring it for $10,000, but it was costing us $2,000 a year, so
Okay.
it doesn't make any sense. to
No.
Keep paying for that.
No.
So we stopped a lot of those little buildings like that. All right. Well, we could start with the 8,000 emergency. Concerns about that? Helps us, especially in the case where we end up having to raise our insurance deductibles even higher.
Mhm. Good practice.
All right, well, we went down and up. We went back in the middle. Anything else that you guys want to look at or work on?
I think it's a good pass, the first pass, without 2 more meetings. Yeah.
Wendy, did you say you had some revenues that you could give me?
Do,
50,000 on a grant.
Okay. This thing's just as long.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same length. Well, I'm gonna have to go back down to Des Moines and pick up some kids, so you guys can go ahead if you want to, but I gotta call it.
Well, quorum.
Oh, well, we aren't deciding anything. Just a work session.
We are, we could, I can just send this to Wendy and she can apply it, so.
I think that makes sense,
Okay.
especially if it's no numbers.
Yep.
Not a lot of judgment.
Yeah, there's no decisions on it, it's just
Yeah.
money that's coming
Just get the
in.
numbers right. No transposition.
All right,
Thanks, Wendy.
you're welcome.
we will need the motion.
Move to approve, adjourn.
Do we need to approve the items that we worked on?
No, just discussion.
Okay, so we have a motion to adjourn.
I will second.
Further discussion? Doug?
Yep.
Perry?
Yep.
Kim? Vincent? Angel?
Yes.
We're adjourned. 2 hours and 37 minutes.